I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be why nice guys finish last. Well, I can speak from experience, obviously, on this particular subject because at one particular time, many years ago, I was a nice guy, or what's also known as a pleaser. And a lot of guys write into me, and I can see the things that they're saying and doing are exactly the same kind of mistakes that I used to make when I was totally unsuccessful and unable to get a date or to get a second date or a third date. I mean, it was pretty pathetic. And so what basically happens, and what I used to do, and I mean, if you look at what's in the movies or what's on TV, I mean, you see this archetype all the time. You always see that the guy acts like a butler, basically, instead of a man around women. He acts like a pleaser. He's always trying to do things for them. If she says, I like the color green, and he really likes the color blue, he says, well, I like the color green more than I like the color blue, when he really doesn't. And that's the problem, is these guys that are so nice, are so worried about offending other people or not being accepted by other people, that they basically bend themselves into a pretzel and are totally inauthentic in their interactions, especially when they're around women that they like. They just you can be talking to your buddy one minute, and then a pretty girl walks into the room, and then he acts like this submissive little boy. And of course, it's real cute on TV and in the movies because that bullshit act always gets the girl. But in real life, what it communicates to the woman is that you think you're weak, you're needy, and unworthy of her. And so when she tests you, you fail all of her tests because she constantly sees that you're being weak and you're afraid to be yourself. And so what happens, like when I was around women, when I was totally in the dark about things, is I felt awkward. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to say it. And my awkwardness got in the way of just going with the flow in the moment. Instead of just talking to her and asking her questions, where she grew up, where is she from, but just basic conversation questions. I mean, think about it. If you really like a girl, you're going to want to know everything about her. You're going to be fucking fascinated by her. You're going to want to know what makes her tick. You're going to want to know what things she's into, what kind of hobbies she's got. I mean, those are obvious things, but I didn't understand them back then. I was so worried about what I was going to say that it got in the way of the flow of the interaction. And so when a woman's around a guy that's a pleaser, or he's too nice, he goes along with everything she says, or he changes his opinion to match hers, and the guy's like a waffle. And she'll love you as a friend or a male girlfriend, but she'll never love you as a lover. Why? Because she can walk all over you. And when a woman can walk all over you and you just lay there and take it and you act like a doormat, she's not going to respect you. And women can't love men that they do not respect. I mean, if you sit there and take verbal abuse from a woman, or you take her put downs and you just have a smile on your face, she knows that since you don't stand up for yourself, you certainly will never stand up for her emotionally or physically if it was ever needed. And because of this, she's going to doubt your strength. She's going to doubt your masculine core. And she's going to back away and test and get bored, basically. And what I used to do, and what all needy, weak, nice guys, pleasers do, is we run after her when we don't hear from her and we chase her, which further reconfirms our weakness and therefore our unworthiness to be with her. And it makes her feel wishy-washy inside, and she'll just not return the calls, and she'll just back away and eventually disappear from your life altogether, which is what I used to do, and what guys, obviously, that have the same problem do. And so when a woman runs away and she thinks you're weak, you got to let her go. And she'll come back when she feels like it, maybe 2-3 days or a week or two later. One of my very first coaches that he said a long time ago, and it's a great line, he says, you got to outweight and outwit women. And when you're unsure of what to do and you're trying to overcome these feelings of insecurity and weakness within yourself, those feelings are going to always be what are trying to get you to do what you shouldn't do. But the more you do the right things and you lean on the strategies and the techniques that I talk about in my book, the more you're going to see that what I say is the way things really are. Because, I mean, I don't mean this in a bad way, but women are literally programmed like salmon swimming upstream. And if you understand what they want, what they emotionally respond to, then all you have to do is just do the right things, do the things I talk about in my book. And she will respond exactly like I say she's going to respond. And when you see that she responds that way, then that builds your confidence, because then women become a little more predictable. And the more you can understand what to do and to make her interest level go up, the more confident you're going to be. And so I got a quick email here from a guy who got rejected because he was being way too nice. He was being a pleaser. And so he says, "It's been 2 years dating this woman. I've been nothing but a good boyfriend. I do as she tells me to." That is exactly why she rejected you. Because you don't act like your own person. You're not acting like a man. You're acting like a pleaser. You're really acting like a guy who's looking for a mommy and not a girlfriend. I do as she tells me to. I go the extra mile. I have never cheated or go as far as hurting her. But all she does is complain and hurt me emotionally. She never appreciates anything I do for her. She verbally abuses me and I never talk back. So recently I opened up and told her how I feel, and then she dumped me. I talked the way she does to me, hoping I might knock some sense into her head. But instead she dumps me. I mean, it was the first time talking like that, and I felt bad about it. Now all I do is mope over her. I really love her, but when someone tells you frequently she does not care about you, I'm good for nothing, I must be happy that we're still dating and to go to hell. Nice. She sounds like a real lovely woman. And how do I love her so much? Why does it hurt more than what she used to say? Right now I can't even think straight. How do I deal with all this? How do I move on? Well, the reason it hurts so much more now is because you got dumped. You got rejected. And when whoever the person, it's the dumpee or the person that gets rejected, their interest level always doubles when it happens. Especially, like I have guys all the time that write me that thought everything was great, and all of a sudden they got rejected by this girl that they really didn't give a shit about. Now, oh, she's the love of my life. And then I help him get her back, and a few weeks later or a few months later, he realizes that the reason he stopped putting his best foot forward is because it wasn't really meant to be in the first place. And with this chick, you've done so many things wrong with her that it's over anyway. She obviously rejected you because she doesn't respect you. And so the best thing you can do is download and read my book. You can get it from Amazon Kindle. It takes 60 seconds. It's 99 cents. So invest it, it's 228 pages. Invest in 99 cents. You can download it to your smartphone, your PC, your iPad, your Mac. Any digital device, basically, you can download it to. And read it 10 to 15 times to the point where you could literally give a seminar on it and then start applying it. Repetition's the mother of skill. And when you apply the things I talk about in my book, it'll build your confidence because you're going to see that the stuff works. So if you find this message of value, you can show your appreciation by going down to the Wibbia toolbar, which is located at the bottom of your screen if you're watching this video on my website. Click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page with all your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located on the Wibbia toolbar. If you have a question you'd like to ask me or a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab to the left-hand side of your screen and send me 3 or 4 paragraphs detailing your situation, and give me several days to get back to you with a detailed response. And if you'd like to book a paid phone coaching session with me personally so I can help you with a specific situation or a woman in your life or a challenge that you're having, it doesn't have to be about dating and relationships. It can be life issues, life coaching, turning your business around, finding out what your purpose is, those kind of things. Click the Products tab at the top of your screen and just follow the instructions for booking a paid phone coaching session with yours truly. And I will talk to you soon.